What is up, Star Seeds? It's Sid, and today I am going to be talking about earth signs and how they handle relationships. I am going to first give a quick overview of earth signs in general, and then we are going to be getting into Taurus, a card reading for them, Virgo, a card reading for them, and then Capricorn and a card reading for them as well. At the end of this video, I have a very important card reading for anyone watching. So if you are thinking about not staying for the whole thing, please make sure you at least go watch that part. Now, let's get into this. Earth signs in general. This isn't just about romantic relationships. This is about any kind of relationship. PSA. And if you don't know what your moon sign or your rising sign is, please right now go to astro.cafeastrology.com and figure out what zodiac sign all of your planets are in. And look at your mom and dad's or your parental figures, your siblings, your friends, your crushes, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever's. And then come back to this video. So, earth signs in relationships are going to be the most grounding relationships you have, okay? It's kind of contradictory because they're going to be the most stubborn, but also the most nurturing. So earth signs are very efficient, they're very practical and wise. They're also very generous and caring. They are going to treat anyone that they really respect like their family. And they're also very good at cooking and gardening. They're just sensual people who appreciate, good things. So they're going to have that get money mindset, that practical, in it for the green as usual with any relationship, business, and family. They're going to be like, what can I do to get my house more in order while you're over, you guys? Like, they're going to just constantly be trying to be practical with that earth sign energy. In romantic relationships, they are going to be like, you want to study, you want to do this together. They're going to be friends first and make sure they're compatible. And then, once they really care about someone, they are going to be devoted to that. Earth signs are very loyal. So, we now are going to get into Taurus. I'm going to give you guys a little description of yourselves and how you handle relationships, and then we are going to get into what these cards mean for you today. So, you are ruled by Venus, which means you are really the most romantic and the most sensual earth sign, definitely. Venus is the planet of love, so you like nice smelling things, nice candles in the house maybe, good tasting food. You're the best natural cook out of all the signs, definitely. And you are just very nurturing naturally. But you are also the fixed sign. So you are the most stubborn, the most demanding, the most assertive and aggressive. You are dominant in relationships. And you get stressed if you don't have nice treatment. You crave relaxation, and that's not a bad thing. You're good at arguing, but you usually don't feel like putting effort towards it because you're kind of lazy, Taurus. You're also just a natural softie. So whichever one of those excuses pertain to you. Pick your poison. But you are that sign that's just, honestly, I identify it as being the aggressive, assertive sign. If I know someone and they tell me that, you know, they're a Cancer or they're a Libra or what have you, and I'm like, you're so aggressive though. I'm like, what is that? Like, it's like Leo or Taurus. So you gotta check their chart and, you know, behold the Taurus moon. So watch out for it. But, you know, this pertains to Taurus rising, and in relationships, Venus in Taurus for sure. Or if they're talking to you aggressive, you know, it's a Mercury in Taurus. So look out for that. Check your people's charts, check your own charts, and then come back to this reading that we are about to get into for you that will better explain how you handle relationships and, you know, touch on the things I didn't just say. So here we go. I'm going to read the cards for you first, Taurus. We have Mastery of Moods. We have the Quest, Recognition, That Which Never Dies, Beyond Greed, Desire, Prayer, Beyond the Small Family, Playfulness, Slowing Down, Courage, Past Lives in Reverse, and Abundance. Now, what I'm getting from these cards, the past life in reverse, I guess I will touch on this first. That's very interesting. So with that, I get past life karma or past life trauma. I was gonna say trauma, you know, that's what I planned on saying, but when I seen it this time, I wanted to say karma. So there is that as well. This could or could not go with the courage card or the abundance card or the slowing down or playfulness card. And what I mean is your past life karma could be why these other cards are here. You know, that could be why you're so playful. That could be why you're so, you know, not moving quickly. I don't want to say you're slow, but you're really holding on to these things and not moving as fast as you could go. Or this could be why you're so courageous and why you're so bold and blunt and aggressive, Taurus. Because this is really you, these two cards, and this. Because Taurus is the, you know, the fixed earth sign, the most stubborn, the most slow to change and adapt to that, you know, new mindset. But we also have this abundance card here, which could pertain to, you know, an abundance of past life trauma, or no, because I get a good vibe from, you know, all of these cards, honestly. This doesn't even give me that bad of a vibe. It's a really pretty card. So there's just a lot of faces on that, you know. So maybe don't let people get to you. Have that courage still. You know, be that playful person, but don't use it as like a defense mechanism. You're just an awesome person anyway. You don't gotta do that. But I feel like this abundance card is a good card for most people. You know, this is a general reading, so it could definitely go either way on how your life is going, dependent on that. There's a lot of different Tauruses out there, but Taurus, I really do feel like you tend to naturally have this abundance in your life. You can get this abundance, okay? Because you have this Beyond Greed card and this Desire card here. We have all these other cards that I haven't even gotten to yet, but they're really good cards, okay? And they're talking about how you're generous, Taurus. They're talking about how you are supposed to be, you know, not slowing down. Like, we have the slowing down card, but I feel like you're going to start speeding up because you have this abundance. You needed this abundance. You needed this like safety cushion to really start this quest that you're on now, of recognizing that which never dies. That's one way to interpret this, Taurus. So I feel like everyone during this time is going through this change. But you really, especially these earth signs now, they've been stubborn. But this year 2020 is coming up really quick, Taurus. And, this is about relationships or just life in general. But I feel like, in life in general, honestly, you're going towards that quest of, furthering, seeing what you're interested in, and really pursuing that. And I feel like with relationships, it's the same thing. So this is definitely explaining how you handle relationships, playfully, with courage. You're very blunt about it. And, you can get a lot of relationships if you want, Taurus. But you're also very slow with it at first, like I said in the general description of earth signs. But as, the fixed sign, and just as Taurus, the Tauruses I know, they're very slow with things. It could be years in, first base or the friend zone or whatever. But, all right. I feel like you, Taurus, you really are a master of moods. We have this mastery of moods card here. I feel like you can adapt. I feel like you're stubborn, so you usually don't. But I feel like you have this power to adapt, and you are going to tap into this now. We have this prayer card here, this beyond the family card here. And I feel like it's really important to you, Taurus, to have any type of relationship, like friends, romantic, business, supported by your family. Even if you're not, that cool with your family, you just want to at least know that they would be proud of that person in your life. It's just the morals you have as a Taurus, which is really honorable and respectable. With this recognition card, it's recognizing all things. It's recognizing good relationships, and it's recognizing relationships to have that are beneficial for everyone, okay? Yeah. So, this is a general reading, Taurus, and you can take these cards however you want it. I basically get, for you, your life is going good. I don't see anything bad with you, and I honestly don't even really see any big, huge situation. I just see kind of the normal side situations for you in life and in relationships right now, Taurus, with, just balancing work and, your generous side things with friends and whatnot, with, your family and your morals and all of that. So, I hope you have a great week, and I hope you stay your playful, courageous self. I feel like it's really time for you to work through these past life traumas and get into what you are really interested about. You have an abundance of good energy in your life right now, Taurus, and just, spirit guides helping you on the side throughout, your journey. Taurus, I'm going to leave you with that. Have a great week. And now for Virgo, I apologize for the glare, but I'm going to give you a description of yourself and how you handle relationships, and then I'm going to get into what these cards mean for you today. So, as a Virgo, you are the sweet, mutable earth sign. So you are the most hesitant. You're the virgin, okay? You are big little babies who just want to be loved and hugged, okay? You come across as innocent little angels, but once you get comfortable, you are daring as hell, okay? As a Virgo, people just see you as being sweet, and that tends to lead some Virgos to being pissed off at people because of how innocent they take them, and then Virgos can rebel, okay? Virgo is like the virgin who finally does it and then everyone is shocked. That's just the stereotypical life path of the Virgo, honestly. But this is a reading for Virgo sun, moon, rising, Venus, especially because this is for relationships and not just romantic relationships. This is for any relationships, business, family, friends, whatever. So Virgos in relationships are very hesitant because they are an earth sign, of course, but especially because they are the virgin in any relationship. So they might be scared to go to college. They might be scared to move out. They might be, scared to have their first boyfriend or girlfriend. When they catch feelings, they're like, oh crap. That's that person. So Virgo, Venus in Virgo especially is going to be really emotionally scarred after love doesn't go the way they want it. Okay, we are going to get into this card reading because there is so many love cards. We literally have the lovers twice if you can't see it already. So we are going to get into that right now, okay? I'm going to read you off your cards, Virgo. We have transmutation. We have uniqueness in reverse. We have alertness. We have light on the path. We have love. We have ultimate accident. Blessings in disguise, and the sex card. You know it. Down here we have adventure, guidance, the lovers again in a different deck, postponement, and the dream. Okay, I'm going to get into what exactly these cards mean for you now, Virgo. This is definitely the most romantic spread I pulled out of the fire and earth signs for you, Virgo. Lots of lovey energy here because we literally have the lovers twice with the two decks I'm using. Crazy. Like I said, this isn't just for romantic relationships. We have little Snickers, Tiger Lily, one of my kittens, crawling through here because she's small enough to go under the door, but now she's in a box. Don't mind her. But with your cards, this is a very interesting spread, Virgo. Like I said, it's the most romantic, but we also just have real life situations here, okay? The lovers isn't always just about romance, but I had to say that because we literally have the sex card here, okay? With your cards, I feel like this guidance card, in itself is an important message for you, Virgo. But also, this postponement and the dream, they go together. Can also go with the lovers as well. But I feel like you are postponing the dream. But even in this dream, it is like a partnership, like a romantic looking relationship, and that's right under the sex card, Virgo. So I definitely just feel like that all in itself kind of goes together. If you're in a relationship now, maybe that just means you are postponing the ideal relationship with them, like the whole house, wedding, kids, whole shebang. Maybe that's what that means, or maybe you are a single Virgo, waiting for that romantic relationship, and you're focusing on your career and your path, which is more important to you at this time, like, it always should be. But over here, we have this uniqueness card in reverse. This is the only card you have in reverse, Virgo, and it's for a reason. So, I'm sorry, this kitty is just not okay. But we have this uniqueness in reverse. And that's because I feel like you're not expressing your uniqueness that you definitely have, Virgo. You're not expressing it like you should be. You are such an alert person at the core, really. And I feel like during this time, there could be, I know there's this ultimate accident card. You're like, what? Is there going to be an ultimate accident? I've never pulled that, on YouTube before, so I can see how that's scary. And it's right next to the blessings in disguise, so you're like, that's literally not bad enough to be, not true. That might be true. And, that might be the case. There might be something bad that happens, and then it's a good outcome. And is that so bad, Virgo? That's just life. But this just could be, something minor, not physical, like in your head or something that you go through. An incident in your head that you work through, and it's a blessing. Or an incident with someone. Because I do feel like there is just this energy where you're missing someone, Virgo, more of like a friendship or family relationship that, you're like really partners in, the Lover's card here. And I just feel like this girl looking away, I don't know. I just feel like there's some of that energy going on too. Maybe that was the ultimate accident, maybe that was your blessing, and maybe that led you on the path, because we have this light on the path card. And I feel like right now, Virgo, you are just really working towards this. And if your life's not going how you want it, if you're in this ultimate accident, then maybe mend some relationships that were broken, and you'll be back on that path, because we have this transmutation card. And that is like transformation. That is like, really coming into your power. We have this sex card. That's like making love. That's like creating something. So if this isn't about romance and love, it's right under that light on the path card. So this is about just creating something. This is a blessing. You're an alert person. You have this adventure card. I feel like you're about to start on something, Virgo. You have this guidance here with you. So I feel like this dream really is coming soon, and you just postponed it for a bit to get your mind right. So there's that. I hope you have a great week. And now we are going to get on to Capricorn. All right, you are the seagull. You are the wise, to the point, aware people, okay? You know this. I'm talking about Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, and for this video especially Venus. That is the planet of love and how you handle any relationships, not just romantic relationships, family, friends, work, peers, what have you. Now, Capricorns are always masters of something, okay? Especially because they're that cardinal earth sign. And they always feel like they have to have their shit together. They don't enter any type of relationship, business, romantic, any kind, unless they really think that they can grow with that person. And if they can, then they're an earth sign. And Capricorn especially, they're just loyal till the end. They stay, Capricorns will stay married for years, or have multiple different marriages, but, they were loyal the whole time. And so I'm going to get into this reading after I just give you a bit more, description of Capricorn, because with this earth energy, of course, they're going to be stubborn. But Capricorn especially, they are that organization freak. So they need to know the plans, what's going down in the relationship, what the expectations are, when they're going to hang out, where that's going to be, and all of that. They like to plan, they like to have everything in their life organized, and that's just that. So if someone's an organization freak, you need to check their chart and just see where Capricorn is, because it's most definitely in there somewhere. You actually have every zodiac sign, no matter what, in your chart somewhere. It's one of your houses. It has to be. But it's definitely a planet of theirs, or an asteroid or something, if they are an organization freak. So just check that out. But Capricorn is that one that's like, if people are Capricorns and they don't seem like a Capricorn, check their chart, because then they're that Leo moon, or, they're that something else moon. But here we go. I'm going to get into this card reading for you now, Cap, because it will definitely better explain how you handle relationships. But this is a juicy reading for what's to come for you in your life as well. So we do have this card of intelligence here, because you're so smart, Cap. We have that dropping the past. We have misuse of power. We have imitation. We have dropping knowledge. We have worth in reverse. We have renewal. We have greatest miracle. And then down here we have sorrow. We have the creator in reverse. We have sharing. We have new vision, and we have intensity. Okay, this whole spread's intense. Okay, so first thing I notice is we have this dropping the past, dropping knowledge, with this intelligence and not knowing your worth, and renewal and greatest miracle. So that whole thing, I feel like, is leaving what you used to know for something better, because it's not working. You don't know your worth, so you're smart, that's not working. You're going to move on to something that is better, and it's going to be a renewal. It's going to be the greatest miracle. It goes with these cards down here, and it has to do with, probably sharing new information. We have this, worth in reverse with the sorrow, and the creator in reverse. I feel like that means you're not the creator of your own reality, Capricorn, and usually you are. Usually you are the creator. You are that master of everything or something, at least in your life. That's a main focus. You're used to that. So with that creator in reverse, that doesn't work for you. You need to switch it up, and you have this new vision here. And it's really intense, but it's gonna, be the greatest miracle here, and you see that. So I don't know what you're doing that wasn't working. Maybe you were imitating someone, and it was just, a misuse of power somewhere. Either you were misusing your power, or someone else was misusing their power, and you had to switch up, them having that control over your life, which is probably the case, because maybe they were the creator of your reality, which did not work for you. So Capricorn, that is what's going on in your life. That was a very intense spread for you, Cap. But in relationships, I feel like that, could be the case as well. Maybe you were in a relationship that was not working, or maybe you are single and that isn't working, and you need, something else. But whatever's going on with you, Cap, you're definitely about to switch it up. Maybe it's with Jupiter entering Capricorn in this whole 2020, but this year is definitely going to be very intense for you. So I'm really excited to see what happens with all my Capricorn buddies. I hope you have a great week, and I'm gonna leave you with that, Cap. So stay tuned, everyone, because I'm about to flip this camera and we are going to get into this reading meant for everyone. So here we go. What is up, everyone who clicked on this video? I hope you are watching this right now because this is a very important message for everyone watching. This is what I'm going to leave you guys off with. You know, we are almost done here, but I really just want to read these cards off and give a quick explanation because it's pretty self-explanatory. These cards are amazing. Both of these decks got gifted to me, and I am going to use them for how the air signs handle relationships, which I'm going to do next week, and how the water signs handle relationships, which I'm going to do the week after that. So stay tuned for those two videos. Highly recommend watching all of them because you have all the signs in your chart. So here we go. I'm going to read these off first. We have challenge, we have meditation, we have repentance, we have single pointedness, we have greed, and we have worry. And then over here we have conditioning, moment to moment, experiencing, friendliness, compromise, integration, rebirth, beyond illusion, and possibilities. Okay, so this is so powerful, and I had such a powerful reading at the end of my fire sign video, how the fire signs handle relationships. So I highly recommend just checking out that reading too, because it's about the same thing, and these are just, you know, extra branches or extra versions of that reading. You know, this is maybe a bit more earthy, a bit more, I don't know, the other one was a lot earthy too because we had like the politics card and we had a bunch of other cards in there. Like the only card that's the same, I think, is conditioning. I think all the other cards are different, but it's basically saying, you know, meditate, you know, repeat that. You know, overcome this challenge, overcome this greed and worry, and just go in this single direction. So look at, you know, the different sides. Look at the placements of these cards. They go together in a bit different way than the last video, but it's pretty similar, okay? You know, overcome this conditioning, you know, rebirth from this through friendliness. Experience these possibilities, you know, while integrating, and just compromise with everything. You know, that's what the integration is about. It's, you know, being friendly and compromising and just going beyond this illusion that has been placed in front of us all these years on Earth, and just create something new, okay? So there's really a message with, you know, all the signs as well. So with, you know, Capricorn, it's just about stepping into that new illusion, you know, dropping that knowledge, you know, not being afraid to step into that new knowledge and that new vision. With Virgo, it's about, you know, going with the guidance. It's about adventuring, going with your guidance, stepping into that adventure and stepping into that dream finally, you know, overcoming that fear or whatever, and, you know, embracing your uniqueness on that adventure. So with Taurus, it's about, you know, having the mindset and the courage and the abundance and the playfulness to overcome that past life trauma. You know, you don't have to slow down. So, you know, stay in that good mindset, Taurus. Have that guidance, Virgo, and step into that new vision, Capricorn. All my earth signs and all my signs, please, keep this in mind. Be friendly, integrate, and compromise. Step into those, new experiences and possibilities. Overcome that worry and greed. And I hope everyone has a great week. I will be back next week with the air signs. Week after that, water. So love and light and the hybrid children are coming soon.